Check. All right, how's everyone doing today, guys? It's me, Gregory Puff here, hanging out with Groggy Dog, and we're playing a little bit of Final Fantasy 1
You said
randomizer.
you wouldn't.
I said I wouldn't mess your name up, and I still messed it up.
And you had 3
How's
tries,
everyone
to
doing
be fair.
tonight here at NoReset Marathon? Doing awesome stuff. What's going on? What are we doing? What's happening here tonight?
We are running some Final Fantasy randomizer. This is a great spin on perhaps an old favorite NES classic. We're running some flags that are designed for our upcoming spring tournament. It's our biggest tournament of the year. This is going to be sort of the introduction pod flags and seeds that we're going to be running. So this is a great preview for anyone who's never seen the randomizer before. As we get ready to head into our biggest tournament of the year, we've got 4 folks who are well established in the community running with us. We've got rafehatescaleb, aka just Caleb, Davis, Luffy, and Deadpulse. A lot of action ready for you. They drafted before we actually started this, so they've all got the same party for you here, and we're going to be explaining the flags to you a little bit as we go, since we're assuming most of y'all may not know what the randomizer community is and how we operate, but I think we're just about ready to kick things off.
Yeah, I'm about to go on ahead and let these runners go in about 15 seconds or so. So we're letting them do their thing. We'll talk about exactly how this draft went about. So basically, they did a 4-person draft. 1 person chose each party member. And as you can see, we've got a thief, 2 black mages, and a white mage. And we've got all kinds of crazy stuff going on with these particular parties as well. So it's not what you think of when you think of the vanilla game. Like our thief has like a boost to agility. Our black mages can actually use white magic spells, and our our white mage can use black magic spells, and our black magic mage can use the white shirt. And let's see this first magic shop. We got Fade at level 1. That's kind of big pickup.
Yeah, that's nice. I think in flags like this, you worry if you don't have some early offensive magic, but we're going to have Fire 3 for the black mages, and we're going to have Fade for the white mage, so we're in a good spot. That is more than enough firepower. That warp is also really helpful. One of the things that we're going to have to do a little bit later is potentially make use of that warp trick in the ice cave, which we will talk about once we get there. But that opens up a lot, helps kind of save some time later on. Now, while we are getting ready to run into the Temple of Fiends, an introduction to the randomizer for those of you who are brand new to this. So the basic structure of the Final Fantasy, the original Final Fantasy for NES, is that you have to defeat 4 fiends, elemental fiends, to then go back in time and kill Chaos. So our runners are going to be going to a number of locations to find all of the items that they need in order to do that. Now, all those items have been shuffled from their normal spot. There'll be new spots. For instance, the ship is going to come from the king, and the rod is going to come from Princess Sarah. Normally, those are in totally different spots. We're getting them a little bit earlier this time. Now, that ship is good because it opens up a lot of travel options. Instead of just having to walk around this sort of inner continent, we're going to see our runners getting the chance to go sailing quite soon. Having said that, they do still need to get a canal to open up the way out of the inner sea continent, and then they'll be good.
Yeah, but the good thing, though, is that with these flags that are turned on right now, we do have the free canoe. So they are able to get to certain areas you wouldn't be able to get to in the vanilla game. Even though they have the ship, they don't have the canal. They can still get to places like Crescent Lake, Ice Cave, and Volcano. Ice Cave is incentive, as is, of course, talking to the sages in Crescent Lake. So there's still a couple of checks they can do to try to find that canal to kind of break the rest of their game open.
Yeah, absolutely. And so we're going to see a quick check here from Davis right now into the town of Provoca. Provoca is where you would normally get the ship by killing the pirates and Bicky, who he is pulling up right now. Now, normally these not so much of an issue, and Davis is going to take these down pretty quickly with a Fade or Fire 3. Yep, out goes the Fade, and he's going to be doing it just fine. And then we're going to see what we get from Bicky, and it's going to be the slab. All right, so the slab is an item that we can't use right now. We're going to need to get that translated in the town of Melmond and then take it to a town called Lefane, which is only accessible via the airship. For all we know, we're never going to need to use that slab, but if we have it, it's there for us. Caleb's still struggling a little bit, it looks like, to get through Garland, or perhaps getting to Garland. Might have run into something nasty there in Topher, but he is walking his way out. Not 100% sure what Caleb's doing there. We're going to check level 2 magic here in just a second, though, on the upper right Davis' stream. We got life 2 exit and harm 4, so we're getting even more tools that are disposable. Life 2 is going to bring a character back at full health. Exit takes you completely out of a dungeon, whereas warp just takes you back 1 floor. And then we're going to get lit 3, lightning 3. It's a good offensive black magic spell, so already we are stacked in terms of magic. This is going to be really good for our runners.
Yeah, going ahead.
All right, so we got a $200 donation from Miss Harvey, who just runs Prince of Persia: The Forgotten Sands, and she says, for the 18 deaths and the slowpoke. Thank you so much, Stephanie.
Awesome, fantastic. Now, one thing we're seeing on Davis's upper right screen as well, he is going to Crescent Lake. Now, there is sort of a back way in the randomizer. We connect the rivers that go from Provoca down to the Ice Cave and to Volcano. You can now get there all in one go with the canoe. That's really important in these flag sets because of that early canoe. We see this happen in basically every seed. We're sort of taking that back way to Crescent Lake. It can be pretty difficult because you're getting higher encounter difficulties than you might normally expect at this. And we're going to get the canal from those friendly sages there in Crescent Lake, and that's going to open up basically the rest of the map to us, except for a couple areas that you have to have the floater to get to. But one of the things that we have turned on is a flag called Northern Docks. That's going to add a ship dock at Onrak and at the Mirage Tower, which leads to Sky Palace, where the elemental fiend Tiamat is waiting for us. So we now have all 4 fiend dungeons available to us. Now, of course, this is where you start to make some routing decisions in the randomizer, right? You are looking at, okay, what is available to me, and what can I feasibly do with the magic and equipment that I have right now? I think what we're going to see from Davis is perhaps not going just for that just yet. He might choose to stay here and clear the Ice Cave, although he's going to get rocked here by a couple mobs. No, it looks like the White Mage is just going to survive with 6 health. Good for him.
Yeah, I mean,
he's going to have a lot of options.
I was going to say, the solo White Mage grind is always really nice this time of year. I'm sure this is exactly not what Davis wants to have happening right now, is keeping his White Mage alive, soaking up all that experience points. He'd probably like it to land on, maybe his Thief or his Black Mage here. So, taking down a couple of Peds, getting some extra levels here. Caleb's ship is going backwards. That's not disorienting at all. And yeah, we got a lot going on here. So yeah, you were talking about routing decisions. There's a lot we can do. Obviously, Marsh Cave's available for these guys. Ice Cave, which you talked about before. You can go into Volcano and maybe pick up a couple of things. Ooh, we got Nuke at level 3. Big pick up there. Man, this magic is OP.
Generous magic seed, which is always really good for a marathon, especially with something like this. Normally you would want to have a fighter or a black belt at the front of your party. But they decided to draft into a thief and 3 mages, and so you want to supplement that relatively weaker thief with as much offensive magic as possible. You've got that with Fade, with Nuke, with Fire 3, with Lit 3, but you also have Lock 2. Lock 2 is going to make it easier to hit enemies. Lock is a single target spell. Lock 2 is a multi-target spell. Lock 2 is going to come in handy much later on. That's going to be really important for our runners. So again, already we are seeing some really generous magic for our runners as they get ready to tackle some harder parts. And we see here on the bottom right, Deadpulse going to go ahead and check out Marsh. Now, normally, in the game, in the randomizer, you would find your incentive item in a specific chest. Even if it was shuffled, you would usually find it in that specific chest. We have a specific flag turned on for this flag set, which says, okay, we are going to just randomize it somewhere specifically within this dungeon. So you don't know exactly where it's going to be. So you see Deadpulse here checking rings. Pro Ring +3 is a great early equipment, especially for that thief. Get a little bit of boost up there, and he can't wear just a ton of other stuff. And we're going to see Davis go in for that Ice Cave here in a second. Looks like he's either trying to get some more experience or burn off an encounter as he gets ready to do that.
Yeah, so like what you were saying, and the same thing's going to happen here in Ice Cave. So normally in Ice Cave, the floater would be here, and it would be in one specific chest. Well, again, because of the flag that we have turned on, we have ice as an incentive location. Our incentive item is going to be somewhere in Ice Cave, but we just don't know which chest it's going to be. So we may see the warp trick, because we do have warp at level 1, correct?
Yeah.
But we won't know that till we get down here, as Davis keeps Keeps moving down. Deadpulse checking these boxes here. Probably going to reset out. Doesn't really need... No, he's got exit, so he's going to exit out. So that's fine.
Yeah, now I think I'll say the play I'm interested right now. We've seen Luffy make a couple interesting plays here in the bottom left. He went over to Matoya early without the crystal eye to go check the chest, just see if anything was there. He's now making a play to Volcano. My guess is that he's doing this to try and find a spike tile. Now, in this game, one of the ways that you want to try and level up your party is by finding a static grind, something that you can go back and forth on a specific tile that is always going to give you the same enemy encounter, and he's found one. And Agama is a great place to grind, especially if you maybe want to level 1 or 2 characters. We're going to see something similar here in Ice Cave, which has a ton of spike tiles. They are randomized, they are shuffled, and so this is going to give us a chance to get some levels, get a little bit more powerful. But certainly, Luffy making an interesting choice here. Volcano is not incentivized. You do not need to kill Carry the Fiend here just yet. So I'm a little surprised that this is the play he's going with. But for all we know, this might end up just getting the levels and items that he needs to do well in a little bit. Everyone else, though, making their way through Marsh.
Yeah, the Agama, though, is definitely interesting. So our spike tiles are shuffled. Our spike tiles are shuffled, so it's the same spike tiles as normal, but they're just shuffled onto different spike tiles. So right now, man, we got 2 ribbon pickups. Did I just see?
Yeah, it's not bad.
Yeah, that's not bad at all. 2 ribbons there in the armor. All 3 ribbons!
Key. Wow, okay. So, Luffy knew something that we didn't. That was a great play then to get 3 ribbon plus 3s. That's huge. That is, it's very common in these flag sets to not even get 1 ribbon going into the Temple of Fiends, revisited as a final dungeon, but wow. Galaxy Brain play from Luffy as on Deadpulse's screen you find the Mystic Key in the usual spot in the Marsh incentive chest behind the spike tile. That's going to be important because that opens up a few chests for you. It also opens up a few grind spots to you, both in the Northwest Castle and in the Temple of Fiends, the first level, but it is also required to beat the game. You have to have it to go into the final dungeon and beat the final dungeon, and it also opens up an incentive location in the Castle of Canaria, which is where our players started. So that was a good find to get in Marsh, especially with Shipping Canal already open. And we're going to find TNT. It has to go almost all the way through Ice Cave to find that TNT. That's going to be given to the Dwarf Caves. Normally we'd use that to blow open a canal and get out via the ship. Don't have to now. We're going to get something else.
Yeah. And Caleb going to go on ahead and pick up his key as well out of Marsh Cave. So there's a big difference between what we're doing right now. So obviously Davis went through Ice Cave. Caleb, Deadpulse finishing out Marsh Cave. We've got a key on one side. We got a TNT on the other. Basically both fetch questy kind of things, because the key is going to lead to a key item and the TNT is going to lead to another key item as well. Whereas Luffy has those 3 ribbons he picked up out of the armory, plus he's got the level advantage and the money advantage right now by taking that Agama tile. So while he may be behind in the key item hunt, he has the levels and he's going to be in a much better position to go into places like Ice Cave and Marsh Cave to go get those key items now.
Yeah, we'll see. I'm sort of interested to see what happens. We did see the cube for sale in Elfland. Normally there is, an incentive item for sale at the caravan over by Onrak, which would be the bottle. But that's shuffled too. So our shop item in this seed is going to be the cube. Not bad for 14k. Going to find the tail in Canaria. Tail going to be very optional promote. We might find more runners doing it now just because it gives the thief as a ninja a lot more armor. You can basically do all the armor pieces that a regular fighter can before promotion, and that's a lot, and that's really important, especially in a flag set like this, when they're expected to be sort of your frontline person, and they're going to protect the firepower that you have in the mages.
Yeah. Well, and that level 3 nuke and that level 1 warp is going to be pretty nice on that thief. Yeah. So the earlier the better as far as promotion is going to be great, because the thief starts gaining black magic levels at level 15 and every odd level after that. So promoting sooner is better, obviously, so that you can get those 4 charges by level 21. Right now it looks like we've got our person in the bottom left. Who is that? Luffy heading into Ice Cave with all those extra levels that he picked up from grinding Agamas. And everybody else just kind of doing random things. Did we
I
end up
think
seeing what the TNT turned into? I missed that.
no, not yet. I think we're still waiting on that. Deadpool's going to check those spike tiles and the chests here on the key-locked Northwest Castle. We're going to get a house, a little bit of money, a little bit more money. 29.20 on both. Gershark's not a bad spike tile at all. Let's see how much XP he gets off that. Hopefully they go down fairly easily. And it looks like we're about to see Davis take the TNT turn-in after he checks those chests. Decent amount of XP off those Gersharks. That is not a bad one to do. And we see Caleb upper left going for that key turn in. He's going to get the tail. We see the bottle, so we need the airship to go turn in that bottle. So it's not super helpful, but each incentive item does give us a bonus to our experience growth. So that's good. Also want to know, we do see a bunch of comments in chat saying, "Oh, this is very confusing. Oh, this is very fast," etc., etc., etc. Welcome to the randomizer. It is very confusing. It can be hard to follow, but we are so happy you were here with us. If you get mad at us, if you feel like you're too confused, please feel free to curse in French. We don't speak French, so you can say whatever you want, and we won't know.
Yeah. So the only issue here right now is while the key is required, the tail isn't required. We don't know if the bottle's going to be required yet. None of this stuff has really led to any sort of progression. So it looks like right now we are going to have to get out of this RC. We're going to have to hit up either Ordeal or Waterfall to see if we could potentially find that floater chime cube to kind of keep the game moving along here. But looks like Deadpulse right now going to take these Gersharks. We got the warp trick happening here on Luffy's side, using warp there to get those 3 boxes. And yeah, just everybody kind of doing their thing. Caleb translating that flab so he doesn't get looped later on when he gets the airship. And it looks like Davis right now, our first person heading towards that northern continent, going to hit up Castle Ordeals. So our first person into Ordeals, we're going to check this incentive location, see if maybe we can get the floater and get in the air.
Yeah, I like this play. I think you have a lot of options in terms of what you do once you get out of the inner sea. Ordeals is usually a pretty safe bet. You don't find too many mobs that are going to be particularly bad. Every so often something like the Argoyles or the Medusas will roll particularly nasty. But with a level 1 warp, as you go through this randomized pillar maze, normally you can just take the bottommost column in any room if there are multiple, but obviously we're a randomizer. We shuffle that up every time. But with level 1 warp, if you make the wrong choice, you can just warp back to the previous level. And so this is going to go quickly. And sure enough, in that sort of room that a lot of people don't check because it's actually linked to another chest in a different part of the dungeon, gonna find that herb, and that's perfect because of the way the map is structured. He can actually go straight north as soon as he gets out of this little inlet and basically be right at Elflands. This is gonna be a nice little turn-in for him.
Yeah, this will be pretty quick turn-in as well for Caleb if he goes and checks that chest. He may not check that chest. He may do the whole pillar maze and then catch the link chest once he gets to the top floor of Ordeals. So let's see. Is the herb going to turn into something that we need, like a floater? Or is it going to open up more key incentive locations like maybe the Oxyale or the Chime? We're going to find out here in about 2 seconds as he talks to the prince, gives him the herb. Gonna be the crown, so that's more fetch quests. It's like a kind of weird reverse fetch quest here as the herb turns into the crown. So we're gonna go talk to that kindly old king there in the Northwest Castle and see what he has going on.
Oh, I love that guy. He's so nice.
He's really nice. You go up to him, you're like, "Hey, I found your crown," and he's like, "What's up? That's awesome."
What a nice man, that Northwest Castle King.
Yeah, what a nice man. As Max Blaze points out the hilarity of the herb. Good to have you here in chat. Zardia in chat.
So nice. Yeah, I think I'm interested to see like where we're gonna see our runners split now, because we're gonna. It totally depends on what's at the Northwest Castle. We're gonna have to wait and see what happens to Davis's stream. But I think we're gonna see pretty similar things happening, as it looks like Deadpulse also making its way to Northwest Castle.
Yeah.
No, Davis is perhaps turning in TNT.
Probably.
Or sorry, Deadpulse. Went fast. All right, so oh no, he's a bad guy. Oh no, he's a little bamboozled.
Oh my God, what? I thought there was a kindly old king in here. Who is this?
Gets me every time. Heal 3
Always-
available there in Melman for white magic. Ice 3 and Lock available for black magic. Deadpulse not going to pick any of it up. Crystal Eye. So we're just doing like reverse beginning of the game fetch quest here. The crystal is the Crystal Eye. That's going to take us back to Matoya. Ooh, defense +1 in the upper part of Ordeals. That's actually pretty clutch. Our other runners that hit Ordeals skipped that. They found the link chest early and took it and got the item and got out. That defense +1. No one's going to be able to wield it, I don't think. But it is going to cast Ruse. It is a great defensive item. So even without being able to actually wield it, it still has a lot of use for our runners.
Yeah, I mean, that's huge there on Caleb to go through the place. And like you said, Davis, unfortunately, is not going to get the defense. It does raise your evasion in battle if you use it as an item. It's one of the key. It's going to be key as far as getting through the end of the game. So that's a major pickup there for Caleb. Unfortunately, Davis will not be getting, because I doubt he's going to go back to Ordeals anytime soon to pick that up. All right, we got our crystal turn in right now. It's going to talk to the chair first, and it's an adamant.
This is going to be a white shirt or something. This is just going to be something so dumb. You just know when you have like a fetch quest this long that it is necessarily going to be the worst item you could ever imagine. Now, Caleb finding some pretty good items in Ordeals too. We found a gold +2 bracelet. That gold bracelet is going to be for sale somewhere in the world. We haven't found it yet. Unfortunately, that dragon armor -1 would be great if they had a fighter, but they don't.
Yeah, question in chat wondering, are these guys all playing the same seed? Yes, they are, in fact, playing the same seed. They also drafted this party, which is why all 4 runners are running Thief, White Mage, Double Black Mage. And these are the flags for our upcoming 2021 spring tournament. And if you want to know anything about the spring tournament and what's going on there, go on ahead and head over to our FinalFantasyRandomizer.com. Click on the link that gets you to the Discord. Hang out with us. Ask all the questions you need to ask. Join up if you like what you're seeing. And at the end of that whole giant fetch quest of nonsense, we got the Chime, which opens up Mirage, and we have the Cube as the vendor item, which means all of Sky is available right now. That is an incentive location. It is a big incentive location with 52 chests that could potentially have any sort of progression, albeit the floater, the axial, or the rod. So we got a lot.
Absolutely. I mean, you wish it was the floater at the end of that chain, but at least it's something that's required, I guess. So now at this point, we really are just waiting on the axial, and then we're technically axial and loot, I should say.
Oh yeah, that's right. I was going to say, I forgot we got the rod like from royalty at the very beginning of the game.
Yeah, Luffy saying hi to our friend, the Hooray Dwarf in Dwarf Cave there at the bottom left. As we see Davis going into Marsh Cave. Looks like Davis, I guess, has not yet gone to Marsh Cave. He's going to find the incentive key there fairly quickly, though, and then go grab the tail from Canaria, I have to imagine. I think at this point we kind of have to guess, like, okay, where are our friends going to go next? And I mean, Earth Cave is not incentivized, so you go there to check for a spike tile, but you can't get to Sarda yet because you don't have the ruby, so that's out of the question. Volcano's not incentivized. You pretty much just have Waterfall, which is kind of a gross play right now because you can go to Onrak, but you can't get into the water temple. The Sea Shrine is what we call it in Final Fantasy land. Yeah, I mean, it's Waterfall or Sky are kind of looking like the plays right now, and either one of those sounds particularly fun.
Yeah, I mean, I think either play is going to be fine. Waterfall will be quick because of the exit, and it's a obviously quicker dungeon, but you're going to get all the levels you need out of Sky. And like I said, ton of chests down there. Now, granted, we kind of know where 3 of the ribbons are located, so it's not like they're going to find a ribbon in Sky, but they could find better gear. I mean, I've seen some pretty decent night gear right now. There's still things like the Opal bracelet that are out there, a couple more pro rings, some pro capes, Mosses out there. Which would be, you know, obviously huge for this party. Katana still out there, both katanas, which would be nice, of course, for those thieves. So there's still a good reason to do Sky over Waterfall. Like I said, just all the extra levels you can pick up there, all the items that are there, plus the key item that you can find, a dead Tiamat along the way. I mean...
I think that's the trick, though, right? Is this is not a party that is going to go into Tiamat and do well yet. Yes, you have a lot of offensive magic, but Tiamat's going to one-hit just about anything. They don't have nearly enough health yet, and I would worry about, making that dive just yet. I think it might be worth going to Waterfall first, just to check it out.
Yeah.
Knowing
Plus
that you can exit out, but...
And you could basically burn all your nuke and fade charges on mud golems, nightmares, paralisks, mummies, and stuff like that, and still have enough exit to get in and out of there. I kind of agree with you. Plus, I'm thinking now, where these guys' levels are. Looks like we got low teens across the board for most people. I know Luffy did that early grind, but I don't know where he is compared to everybody else.
Yeah, I think they're kind of still all over the place. We're seeing mid-teens for Davis. I think Davis he certainly has the item advantage right now, and he's doing the most in terms of levels. Caleb not looking too bad. Looks like he's a little bit ahead of where Luffy is. I haven't seen where DeadPulse is in a little bit though, so we'll have to see.
Yeah, DeadPulse looks like he's doing that huge fetch quest right now. He's done everything that everybody else has done. He just did ordeals. He's a little bit behind Davis and Caleb as far as doing the ordeals chain. As you can see, Caleb's turning in the crystal now, which is going to net him the adamant, which we know leads to the chime. No one's ahead, in my opinion. They're all neck and neck. I know it looks like on the screen that they're all doing a bunch of different things, but they're within maybe 2 minutes of each other.
Yeah. Whenever you ask the question who's in the lead, it's always such a crapshoot. But I see. Thanks to our tracker, Chanigan and Danny. Chanigan pointed out Luffy find a Vorpal sword in Marshlock. The Vorpal sort of a popular mean sword for some people, until you do it well, and Vorpal ends up being the thing that you need. I also see in chat, Dengwu's doing it for us too. Miss Harvey, please feel free to interrupt us. I guarantee you, we hear our voices enough.
Yeah,
hop in with questions or comments if you got them.
Yeah, and if you've got some donations, go on ahead.
You guys are killing it. I actually don't even know where to look for the donation. Are you here, Demi? Demi. I need the donation list.
I saw Final Fantasy in chat, which is pretty insanity. I didn't think that we would see the game we're playing hanging out in chat with us. Yeah,
honored by your visit.
Honored.
See an ice -3 sword there in Dwarf Lock.
Fantasy. Close. That R messed me up, man. Reading's tough.
Still honored. Thanks for coming.
Still honored. Yeah. Okay, so yeah.
Ms. RB, what are your thoughts of this? Have you ever watched a Final Fantasy randomizer before?
No, it's the first time. It's very intense.
It is, yeah.
Very intense.
How lost are you?
A little bit lost. Yeah, I'm glad I don't have to comment. I'm so confused.
Yeah, so I mean, the good news is I think this really is an eminently learnable game, and I'll take a moment to plug our community as well. If you go to FinalFantasyRandomizer.com, on our About page, you will find links to a ton of websites with a lot of useful information. You will find links to our Discord, where we have a ton of newbie channels and a bunch of really helpful people. Greg here helps run the Duckling Bootcamp program and the Duckling Derby, which is how we get new players accustomed to the randomizer and up to tournament speed very quickly. So we love new people. We love having new folks. So yeah, we always like having people drop by. Now
right,
you
I
have
think I'm
to.
getting the list. Yeah, now I have to, right? Now that I'm part of the community. Okay, so I think we just got $25 from Max Blaze. He's saying Final Fantasy 1 is the first video game I ever played and gave me the love of video game. Playing that game as my first exposure to English as a kid, raised in suburban Quebec, probably explains why I became an English teacher in the end. Good luck to all the runner, and thanks again to all the volunteers. And as I say this, thank you so much, Max Blaze. We also got $100 from Nico Plays Things. And he just wrote "we." So
all right, awesome.
Which I know is French for yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Exactly. They don't teach us much here in America, but that I know.
I'm allowed to do fromage.
Yeah, just that.
Basics, you know.
Well, thank you all so much. That's awesome to hear. Final Fantasy is a wonderful franchise. Glad to get to share that with people. We see a couple people here making the the waterfall play, waterfall over here by Onrak, and from the robot, we are gonna find a base. Hey, what's a base doing there?
I know. I was gonna say, why do we have a base? What am I playing the game all of a sudden? So yeah, Ged showing up, leaving his base there in Waterfall. That is actually the loot, which is obviously the thing you get at the very beginning of the game from Sarah. But we've changed it out to multi-instrumental Sarah. So about 40, 80 different instruments that you can pick up out of there. How does that work? Don't you know things, Groggy?
I don't know how many. It's a lot. I'm reading chat. I think Davis did just reset out of that without saving.
Yeah, I guess he didn't want the base.
That's interesting. I mean, like, I get that. I mean, clearly he was looking for the floater. You know, I don't think Davis is the kind to like make that mistake and then not go back for it if it was unintentional. Ooh, that's a decent fight to take.
Yeah, I guess he feels in his mind he's gonna have to go back there anyway to.
He will save more time if he just resets out. Yeah.
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 It's an interesting play because he is gonna have to obviously go back into Waterfall, but again, he's gonna have to go back there once he finds the Oxyale, depending on where the Oxyale is. Now, if the game wants to super trolley, the Oxyale, or what's gonna lead to the Oxyale, will be here in the Sky Cave.
Yeah.
And the floater will be down in Sea Shrine somewhere because, why not, right?
Yeah, who knows? I don't know. Now did we end up having our runners agree to do required war mech?
Yes, we did. So that's another reason you guys probably come here.
Yeah, so if you never played a Final Fantasy I, war mech, I think, was the terror and bane of many a young child playing the Final Fantasy I for the first time. War mech is an optional boss that you may have completely missed during any playthrough of Final Fantasy. He sits on the Bridge of Destiny, which is a very long bridge of encounters right before Tiamat here in the Sky Shrine. War mech is a totally optional boss, unless, of course, you are crazy enough, like the randomizer, to make him required. So all of our runners are going to have to fight war mech before they get to Tiamat today. The good news is that usually we're able to plan for this, and we're able to just sort of treat it as a really good way to get a lot of experience points. But if it catches you by surprise, if it has some particularly nasty spells, whatever, it could still be particularly awful.
Yeah, so between the fact that we did the draft here, we also decided to add, these runners decided on the required war mech, like what you said. So they're going to have to kill war mech before they can even talk to Tiamat. Now, interesting thing happening here, I noticed it in chat, Fizzle asking Luffy, please, and I'm kind of wondering, because Luffy's hanging out in Earth Cave, just clearing it up. It's not incentive. He's just hanging out in Earth Cave, doing Earth Cave things. He has 3 ribbons. I'm not really sure what's going on here.
Yeah, he's hopping onto this Phantom grind tile. Oh yeah, the Phantom.
It's right after that white mage. Poor
Phantom's always a little bit tricky for newer runners too. He looks like the Eye, which is a much friendlier fight to take and gives you a lot of experience. But unfortunately, the Phantom hits much harder and does not give you any experience.
Yeah, he got a grand whopping 16 experience out of that battle. So, yeah, Fizzle's right. We've still got the katanas out there. There's 2 of them out there, but I don't know, man. I like the sky play. 52 chests as opposed to the 24 that are in here over the course of like 8 million steps.
Yeah, and I think even then, you've got enough offensive magic between Fade and the nukes to deal with pretty much anything up until the final dungeon. I think you sort of be willing to let somebody go down the first couple hits, especially to Tiamat or Kraken, but for the most part, I think this is the play once you get the levels, and I think Davis especially definitely has the levels, and there are some decent fights in here. Deadpulse looking a little bit iffy on health there. I'm not sure what he has in the way of healing left. I do worry if he's going to try and make a full run at this dungeon too. Yeah.
Caleb's going to get the bad news here when he's done in Ice Cave that it just leads to the bottle, which is obviously not going to be the progression he wants to see. So he's going to be kind of bummed out here. We know that whatever.
No, he's going for the spike tile. Okay.
Yeah, that was a little strange. But yeah, I mean, this has to be something. Whether it's going to be the Oxio, whether it's going to be the floater, it's going to be something. That's going to move the game along here in Sky as we keep full clear in this place. These guys do have warp, so full clearance is not going to feel so bad. They're going to be able to warp back, go back in, check the other side of this.
Oh, well, that's not a chest. Why are you going south, bud? That's a room with a bunch of computers.
Oh, Badman with Blaze.
That's not good.
No, this is the Bane Sword room. There's one chest in here.
Oh, I was on totally looking at the wrong screen.
Oh,
I got confused. I mixed. Yeah, don't listen to me. I'm tired. I have no idea what I'm doing.
It's fine. But hey, Blink and you miss, and we got a road bump number 2 or number 1 happening. He falls into some crack.
Nice cake for that lich.
Yeah. So, isn't it weird that the Earth Elemental is not resistant to Earth Elemental spell as he falls into a crack?
You're just taking advantage of his elemental-based hubris, I guess.
Well, at least Luffy made his way through there. Didn't really have much to show, but at least he lit up his first orb here at what appears. What are we looking at for time right now? Good lord.
We're at about 33 minutes.
33 minutes.
Holy.
Let's see what we got going on here.
Yeah. Quick pause as well as I see Nightbot, our best friend Nightbot, raising money for the Petits Foundation. Please donate, especially if you are here from the Final Fantasy or Randomizer community. Would love to support NoReset and say thank you so much for letting us come on and take over their stream and do rando things for a little bit. So hope you consider donating. It's a really nice organization.
I'm going to go on ahead and take this question from Zarby89, wondering what the plus and the minus is on the items. Guys, we have what's called blessed gear or blessed and cursed gear. First things first, diamond. Yeah, diamond pickup is horrible. Not horrible, but it's basically the ruby, which means they're going to have to go back to the southern continent, feed the diamond to the Titan, and talk to Starda to finally either get the Oxyel or the...
This is how these seeds roll, man. These seeds always roll like this. It's always like, oh, you want the floater? Too bad. You never get the floater.
Yeah, so Dangwoo's going to answer the question a lot better than I was going to answer it here, but basically, plus is good, minus is bad.
Mm-hmm.
And the pluses are really good, specifically on like body armor and swords. It just adds more hit percentage, more crit, and more actual damage for the swords. And then, of course, for your body armor, it'll be +2 to absorb per modifier, and +1 to evade.
Yeah.
So it's something along those lines. But basically, plus better, minus worse. Let's see if Davis remembers that he has to fight Warmech.
There it is.
There he is, Warmech. He's going to bring Luffy back to life. He's going to put him in the front slot to be the sacrificial lamb. Warmech is
He looks low on spell charges.
Yeah. He is not happy.
Oh, no. Okay, it's just his lead black mage. His second black mage. That's why. Oh, leads with Inferno. Oh, takes out both black mages, leaves the thief and the white mage alive. He's gonna make him absolutely work for it. Down goes the thief with a one-hit. Wall goes out. A feudal gesture from the white mage. Stun comes out. Now that is good. The white mage is not stunned. Gonna throw out a ruse and attack for 1 damage, just in the hopes that something can happen. There we go. Does the right thing, pops out Fade. I think that was just a misclick. Now, luckily, that ruse is going to mean that he's going to be pretty hard to hit for that Warmech. Ink comes out, not going to matter. Bane comes out, not going to do anything thanks to that wall. Really going to hope that he has enough Fade charges to bring this guy down. Thunder comes out, only 45 damage. Does he have anything left at this point? Is he out of Fade?
Looks like he's going to punch Warmech down for 1 hit.
And he's going to reset. Yeah, he's going to reset because he made it so that it's too hard for Warmech to hit him. So he's going to lose more time waiting to die than he is at least just to reset and do it again.
Yeah, at least didn't seem to be like a whole lot that he picked up in Sky, except for, of course, that required diamond. So he's going to head up there, probably just beeline it to that diamond, pick it up, and then go turn it in and see what Sarda has.
Yeah,
and then have to come back here.
We got a third runner in Sky now as we get Caleb there. Luffy making his way through ordeals, it looks like. Right, ordeals? Is that where we are?
No, it looks like everyone's in Sky. No, where is... Oh, no,
that was spiked out. I was like, I don't think mages are supposed to be in ordeals, but I thought it's on there. And yeah, sure enough. I do want to say very quickly, while we see people kind of making their way back through all this stuff, You know, a lot of these fun flags are thanks to our developer team. We have some incredible developers in the randomizer community who are always pumping out new flags. If any of this sounds fun to you, know that we have 1,000 different ways to play this game. You can do a quick 30-minute seed. You could do a really brutal 3-hour slog through the hardest parts of the game. Whatever you want, there's stuff for you there. Then even the fun stuff like turning the ruby into diamond or whatever. You want to do that, or turning the loot into haiku or base or whatever. Our dev team is genuinely great, and I think there's a lot of creativity in the community as well. You see some of the sprites like upper left and lower left. Caleb uses some of his own sprites and has the backwards sprites, which are very confusing. And then Luffy using a handful of different sprites, including some of the Final Fantasy III NES sprites, which never got an English release. The Geomancer sprites he uses for his Black Mage, which I always love. It's a great look. So yeah, again, just big plug for the community. I think we're all pretty nice people, and we'd love to have you.
Yeah, so that was something I kind of missed over here. I don't know if Davis picked it up. He had to, but I can't imagine he didn't. But it looked like there were 2 katanas there in Sky 3, plus a black shirt. So he did have to go back up there and pick it up. Yes, as Caleb, not even interested. Or sorry, Deadpulse not interested in trying. He's not even going to mess around with Warmac, whereas Davis is going to try him out again. Now, Davis, remember, he went to Ordeals and he never got that defense sword, so he has no way to get evasion stacks on that feed.
Yeah.
He's getting a little bit better turn order there. Here comes Inferno.
That's not good turn order. Yeah, and this is exactly what I was saying, right? Like with Sky, why it made me nervous was just because, you were going to get wrecked and you had to be pretty high level to be able to deal with this. He's going to go back in for some more punishment. I agree with what Deadpulse did. I think, especially in a flag set like this, you have to just learn to bail and do what you can.
I think black shirt, grab the diamond, and then warp out and do exactly like you said what Deadpulse is doing now, and just go on ahead and turn the diamond in, figure out where the game's going to lead us from here on.
All right, and we're going to see here in the bottom right, Deadpulse is going to go take care of that diamond. If you don't know why this diamond is important, well, we've got a diamond-hungry Titan waiting for us here in Titan's Trove. Now, normally, this would not be a thing, let's say. We have moved the Titan a little bit up because the 4 chests down at the bottom of Titan's Trove will sometimes be incentivized. They are not in this seed. They're just going to be 4 random chests that the runners may check anyways. But we've moved Titans up so that no matter which way you come from, so say you have the airship and you come from the west entrance instead of the east entrance, you always have to have the ruby, or in this case the diamond, to get to those chests. In the case of someone who doesn't have the airship, who is just walking or just has the ship, you're gonna need it to get to our friend down here, the wizard Sarda. Sarda is going to be an incentive item, so hopefully we're gonna get the floater now. Let's see, Deadpulse is gonna get Oxy Ale because this game hates our runners tonight. That's rough. I mean, this is like every practice scene I've run for the last week has been exactly like this, so I feel this very, very much. That hurts. That hurts so bad. I mean, that's just like such a sinking feeling in your stomach when you know, like, hey, I probably am not going to get the floater this seed, and if I do, it's going to be too late to matter. At this point, it is now up to Deadpulse to just like level and then go take out Tiamat Kraken.
Well, not with this party. You still need that floater. You got to do class change. I mean, because we still haven't seen a Masa that I
True.
And we have a katana. We have good gear for that thief. We need to do it. And with this party, since everyone knows you're running the same party, everyone's more than likely going to want to get in the air. Plus, we've still got Power Bonk behind the bottle. And we have the white shirt, which is behind the slab, or vice versa. One of those two, because those are the only 2 incentive items left. And you're going to probably want the power bonk as well to have a little bit of that extra oomph, because it does add an extra 16 attack power per cast. So I think they're going to probably want to pick up everything they can to try to get through the end of this game.
Yeah, we'll certainly see. I think they're probably going to feel that way, and that's why I'm kind of curious to see if any of them try and metagame a little bit and say, well, I think everyone else is going to want that comfort, that sort of the safety equipment, and I'm going to try and just book it to Topher and get there early and try and beat them to it. I think that's very possible, but whether or not, it's the randomizer. The Temple Fiends could run totally friendly, or it could be a nightmare with all of those items, so we'll just have to wait and see.
Yeah, well, right now, Davis will have to go back into Waterfall to pick up that base that he left in there. Deadpulse took the base out of there and went to Sky, so now he's heading over to Sea so that he can finally, potentially find the floater. We'll find out real quick if that's what he wants to do. If he's opening boxes, then he's looking for the floater. If he's not opening boxes, then he feels confident enough that he can go through the rest of the game. I don't see it on his screen because, again, he hasn't done the Volcano Armory, so he doesn't have those 3 ribbons. He can't use any of the katanas he's picked up. He can't use any of the flame armor, flame shield, any of that stuff that they've picked up over the course of the game. The only thing he really has is the defense sword.
Yeah.
He hasn't.
Here. Oh. No, go ahead.
He hasn't gotten the base. I'm sorry. I guess he hadn't picked up the base yet. I guess that was either he set out of it as well, or I could have sworn he went through Waterfall.
Yeah, maybe he reset out too. I'm not sure. But yeah, I saw our good friend Miss Harvey asking chat, does the run end when someone ends the game? So the answer is it kind of depends. For this run, yeah, I think we are, depending on how much time we were at, we might let anyone who is in the Temple of Fiends, which is the final dungeon, finish. Sometimes it is everyone finishes, and depending on how the place in which you finish, you get a certain number of points towards a larger tournament total. And other times it's first person to finish, knockout, victory. But we have a little bit of leeway with this one, so we'll kind of see. The Temple of Fiends, the final dungeon, is going to be, like we said, a refight of the 4 elemental fiends that you had to beat to get there in the first place. They're all going to be more difficult, they're going to hit harder, they're going to have worse spells, probably. It's a randomizer, so we don't know for sure. Probably. And then at the very end, you're going to go see the man who was Garland turn into Chaos, and then you've got to beat Chaos. We do actually have some flags in the randomizer where you can make it an alternate boss, where you can make the Temple of Fiends really short, and so it's just like one fiend fight right after the other. You can get rid of them entirely. You can do a pacifist mode. There's all sorts of really fun stuff. And Deadpool's picking up the base from Robot. They're gonna chill out for a second, sloop the base together.
Yep. Right now, it looks like something bad happened over on Caleb's side, because he's only got 1 thief left, and he's picking up all this good gear out of here. We know the 2 katanas of here. There was a black shirt as well that was hanging out up here. He is in no situation to deal with Warmex nonsense. So I feel bad for where Caleb is located right now. Somebody's asking about Luffy's screen. What's going on? I can see what Luffy's doing on my side. Can you guys not see it?
No, it's switch mark.
Go.
I'm on it.
Oh yeah, Luffy's in Waterfall right now, picking up his bass guitar as well. And Deadpulse is going to be our second person, because Davis just hit up Sea Shrine as well. And Floater's in the very first chesty chest. All right, that's going to be good.
It does look like on the stream, at least I'm looking at the stream right now, it looks like Luffy's screen is black. I don't know if there's a way for us to get that refreshed. Oh, there we go, we're back. Thank you so much. Thanks again to our amazing host here at NoReset. Y'all are awesome. We appreciate you. Yeah, that's nice. After all the other hunting you've had to do, yeah, I agree with Fizzlebeef. Even this seed feels bad for our runners.
Yeah, and Caleb just got the bad news that he picked up the ruby out of Sky, so he knows he's going to have to go do that. He's going to be even more frustrated when he finally gets out of here and gets the Axio from Sarda. But at least we did find the floater right away there in that very first chest. I'm interested to see, again, is DVS going to check more chests, or are these guys going to keep trying to hunt down better gear? Maybe not. I mean, Katana's fine. Defense sword's fine. I think these guys are okay, and we got a raid. Sorry, I'm like kind of all over the place here. Ace Gamer Sam raiding us with 24 people. That's what's up.
I'm gonna take this opportunity. Welcome everyone from the raid from Ace Gamer Sam. You guys are so good. I never had an opportunity to jump in. You guys are too good.
Oh, you have to interrupt us, please. Just jump in. We can talk.
Okay.
We do this like on a nightly basis in the community. We have people
You're
commentating
so
all the time.
awesome.
Yeah,
You're
that's
so
very nice,
awesome.
thank you.
All right, so we are at $11,000, $423.
Wow.
We got our last donation, $10 from Shanigan. Hey, y'all, Shanigan from the tracking booth here. Really happy to be part of the FFR community. Final Fantasy was my first game when I was 4 years old and helped me to learn English when I was a kid. Merci à toute la communauté de Final Fantasy Randomizer. Je vous adore. So, guys, don't hesitate to donate. Today, we are donating money, raising money for la Fondation des Petits Rois. So keep at it. You guys are good. You guys cast that on a daily basis? Is that true?
We do. We maybe not daily, but we have. I mean, the schedule for streaming Final Fantasy Randomizer is jam packed. We have a large number of folks who work on that and volunteer their time regularly. So yeah, it's if you ever want to. Come watch this. Even if you don't want to run it, if you just want to watch it, come hang out in the Discord. We'll give you the schedule for when we're going. We do have 2 folks on Kraken 1, though, taking out as much firepower as possible. Fire 3 not going to do too much, but Nuke going to do plenty, as Kraken's going to beat down Deadpulse's Thief.
Yeah, he switched over to that Coral Sword, which was a big play, but Slow came out and landed on that Thief, so that Thief's not going to be doing much damage anymore. Double Kraken happening as Fire 2 takes down that top Black Mage up there. Greg is down over on Deadpulse. I know. But at least Grog, Puff, and Dog are still up.
And we're going to get the first Kraken kill there on Deadpulse's screen. Not going to get the Bracken Kraken. And right after, we're going to get Davis the Kraken. So this is, honestly, like the right half of our screen are neck and neck. Caleb is not too far behind, but we're seeing Davis and Deadpulse just go for it right now. This is really exciting. Really, really a race. So awesome.
Yeah, so right now, I think we have an orb on everybody except for Caleb, right?
Mm-hmm.
Davis and Deadpulse have finally gotten the floater, which means they can get in the air here in just a second. Caleb's still doing the solo ninja. I think he's gonna walk. Is he gonna walk that night? No, he's gonna go for it.
He's gonna go for it. He's a madman. He's an absolute madman.
Yeah, I think that when Warmack opens up with that Inferno, he's not gonna be very happy about the decision making.
I'm terrified for this.
We'll see.
I can't look away, but I don't want to watch.
Yeah, so Davis gonna have to go back in and pick up that base that he left behind. Ged would be so sad that he left that base in there. And Deadpulse gonna finally be our first runner in the air here in just about the 51-minute mark, which is kind of a late floater, but we are in go mode. So it's gonna be pretty quick from here. He's gonna be able to do everything he needs to do. He's gonna probably try to grind some levels, go kill Carrie, go kill Lich, get some levels so he can take on Warmack, do class change, and then I still think an hour 30. I think we can do it.
Oh yeah, I think we definitely can. Once you get the floater, it really does go so quick, and we've got so much now. It's just a matter of wrapping things up. So even with 3 dungeons left to go, I definitely think we're gonna have to still play. See a question from Midnight Vesper in chat. Do people do Final Fantasy Mystic Quest randomizers? Not that I know of. Follow-up question: why? Why this or why Mystic Quest? I don't know. Why do we do this? At the end of the day, it's fun. I know it seems crazy to say that this is fun, but I think for those of us who love the game and like to give it new life, I think this is always going to be a fun thing, just to sort of push ourselves and see what you can do.
Yeah, he's moving everything around right now, getting all that gear. This is the huge thing about the Thief. The Thief really becomes a powerhouse once class change rolls. He can equip all the good armor. He can equip those katanas, and those katanas rolled up to +5. So they are... That's a big old katana right there.
Yeah, absolutely.
So he's getting everything kind of moved around, and probably going to pick up the bonk and the white shirt and then start, killing some fiends.
Yeah, as we see Caleb pull, I don't want to look at it. I'm so sad.
didn't land.
Stun isn't gonna land. That's nice. He's gonna defense up. Inferno's gonna make sure it basically doesn't matter. He's gotta be feeling pretty salty about that. It takes out 2/3 of his life.
4 hits, 40 damage.
Yeah, I mean that's not what you want to see. Oh, live by the Bane sword, die by the Bane spell. That is so tough. Caleb's got to be feeling awful about that. That was a lot of work down the drain.
Yeah.
Has Deadpulse checking out the very optional Cardia Island chest. Finds an Opal +4, which is nice.
Best mage armor in the game.
Yeah.
So.
Now, one important thing that we have not seen and have not really talked about, Temper and Fast kind of conspicuously missing.
Yeah, I mean the bonk we know we're gonna find from either the slab or the bottle turn in.
There's the Mass
Mass Immune rolled -1. You can still throw that on the white mage and make some white samurai things happen if you if things get kind of hairy in the end of the game. But yeah, what were you saying? Oh yeah, Temper and Fast. Fast specifically is kind of scary that we haven't seen yet. But man, Temper, we need to find Temper.
Yeah. Sure, so we're looking at right now, it seems like we've got a pretty good race here between DVS7 in the upper right and Deadpulse in the lower right. I think Deadpulse, just by virtue of having the floater, is in the lead.
Big brain play right here. He's going to pick up those 3 ribbons, sorry.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, this is definitely going to put him in an equipment advantage, too, especially if he... especially if this... this is great for him. Like, I think you could very easily skip over the armory room if you were in his position. It's not a bad check. He probably knows that there's a decent chance of a ribbon, but not... you would not be surprised to not find any, but then to find 3.
Find all 3 in here, yeah, he's about to be blown away. He's going to think, big brain. He put on his big brain for this. As he gets his 3rd ribbon out of here, he is done checking chests at this point. Because he's got a Masa, he's got the 3 ribbons now, he's got the katana. He's done. Yeah.
Sassy Muffin in chat asks, what do E, F, W, and A stand for? Great question. That is for the elemental dungeons. E for earth, F for fire, W for wind, and A for air. That is also, coincidentally, the order in which you would generally beat them in the main game, and frequently the order you would still beat them in the randomizer, just because, it goes from easy to hard. But we're going to see, as you notice, our runners frequently go in random orders. It just kind of depends on where you go first, regardless of what you might normally do.
Yeah. I personally have lost Luffy's stream, so I will not be talking about whatever he is doing. But as of right now, if we were going to talk about anybody that being in the lead, I would definitely say Deadpulse is looking pretty good. I mean, he's got all the equipment that he could ever need. He could probably stand to have a couple more levels. Because of the thief lead, just because they don't get great HP growth.
Oh, and Caleb's making another play at Warmech. Let's see if this one goes better. My immediate worry, though, is that those black mages don't have a lot of health. I think they're just going to die to Inferno.
Yeah, it depends on what Warmech does first. He attacks first, which gives him...
If he Infernos now, he wipes out everybody at the white mage. Can Caleb get enough damage off? He might be able to, with all that nuke and paid firepower.
Yeah. It's coming up, looking pretty good here. Stun comes out, so he goes for the spells this time.
Interesting.
Ooh, I like what Deadpulse is doing here. It looks like he's trying to get his characters danged off.
He's still got some fade charges. Oh no! Caleb, no!
Oh no! 4 hits, 4 damage. He needs... Oh, he did it!
No way!
Oh, he did it, and he's got a Bane sword.
42,000 experience.
Hey, Maya's got that level advantage. Let's see how this Tiamat battle goes.
Haku. Holy cow! I can't even swear if he gets this kill. I'm gonna be furious if he gets this.
All right. Well, we know that Deadpulse is lighting up his second orb on the bottom right. We don't really need to watch that because that's a foregone conclusion.
Who cares?
But here, we've got Bane.
Deadpulse.
Oh my gosh, ink comes out. Another Bane.
It's just what a generous ink.
Bane coming out, missing
Oh my
again.
God,
How
come
many
on, Caleb.
Banes?
Come on, Caleb. You got it, bud.
You got this. More Bane, ink coming out. Bane sword
Darkness
again.
doesn't matter. Darkness doesn't matter. That's fine. That's totally fine. We're okay with this.
Blizzard! No.
Oh God, he's still up. He can't deal with too much more.
Another
Oh,
misfit.
oh man. I mean, the evade is great. Like he's dodging all of this. Oh, the Bane's just miss after miss. Oh no. Oh, it hurts. Oh, it hurts so bad. As we see Luffy pull Warmech, I guess gonna try and avenge Caleb here. That hurts so much. He got shockingly close. Closer than any right to. Warmech gonna do some Warmech things on LuffyDV's screen, take out the Black Mage in the second slot over the Thief in the first slot. If you don't know, Final Fantasy does, there are sort of, percentile rankings in terms of how your party is ordered. So you've got, a 50% chance to hit the first slot, 25 to hit the second, and then 12.5 for a third and fourth slot, I think.
Yeah.
Is that how math works?
Yeah, that sounded pretty good. Man, poor Caleb. If he had landed that Bane, Poison Smoke terminated,
He would have been a hero.
He would have been the hero we didn't deserve.
Yeah.
Oh my. Okay, so we got Fade coming out here. Looks like Deadpulse is going to go on ahead and grind up these Gersharks. I like the play. It's nice. It's going to get him some levels, of course. He's going to want to at least have probably more than 400 HP before he deals with anything else happening in this game. Warmech, given Luffy kind of the business as one of his Black Mages is down, gonna have to switch to Lit 3. 4 hits, 4 damage. He's gonna come out and not wreck his party because he has those ribbons. Good thing he hit up that
That's good.
Yeah, armory earlier. So yeah, we're gonna keep going. More chip damage. We know Warmech didn't seem like it was a lot. Like not much over vanilla. Gonna go for time strat zap. While Warmech doesn't resist time, he's got pretty high M-def. Zap's probably not gonna land. But still would have felt pretty good to steal him.
He doesn't resist it per se.
and Fizzle in chat, Luffy, please. Yes, just Ice 2, don't rock. What are you?
Davis notably knocking down his Earth Orb. Good for Davis. We've now got Davis and Deadpulse at 2 orbs each, as Deadpulse heading into the Earth that Davis just left, and Davis is headed to get something?
Oh no!
Oh no.
Warmech with nuke!
Well, I mean, good news for later, not right now. But that means that that people won't have it later. So Warmech and the Elemental Fiends in the final dungeon, Temple of Fiends Revisited, share a spell pool when it's randomized. So if we see a nuke there, that means one of the 3 of those, well, nuke and nuclear, is not going to be seen in the final dungeon. So you don't love it right now, because obviously it means that you just died a little bit. But it's good because, we don't see it later. Wait, did he have Quad X too?
Yeah.
Did I see that?
Yeah, he's got all kinds of stuff. Oh, it looks like he's flipped back around because they're stun again.
Yeah, that's no good.
Yeah, we got to watch out for...
Rando's about to come out.
Caleb going back at Warmech one more time, and that is a dead Warmech there.
Nice, wow. Luffy, good for you.
Yeah, and he's got his White Mage up, which means he should be able to bring up his 2 Black Mages, have a lot better chance against Tiamat than Caleb did. Caleb's pulling up Warmech again for the 3rd time now. More nukes coming out here. Deadpulse in the Earth Cave, gonna go probably...
There was a speed bump there that looked an awful lot like a vampire, but I couldn't tell.
Yeah, I couldn't really tell either. It was crazy. So yeah, Davis is good, maybe minute and a half behind where...
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Did he just land it first turn? First turn Bane? Did I see that?
Caleb, you're gonna watch this. You're gonna go back and watch this. Hi, Caleb. It's me from the past. Calm down. Take a breath, Caleb. It's gonna be okay, Caleb. Hey, future Caleb. It's gonna be okay, bud.
Yeah, it's gonna be fine. Don't worry about that stun that just landed on your less than 300 days, and the...
Oh no!
Fourth wipe on Warmech, because he's going for it again. Hey, 5th tries the charm, as they say, is Luffy.
Oh no! Oh no.
So Luffy's gonna have to do the diamond, and Caleb going back up. Do you think he's going to pick up the diamond and just finally leave, or is he just going to keep
No,
banging
no
his head
way.
against it?
No way. Caleb got so close. Like, I almost feel bad that he got so close that one time, because I think now he just, like, tastes it. Yeah, as Lord Fizzlebeef says in chat, Caleb has decided he's getting the air orb or we suffer the heat death of the universe. So it's probably good that we're not going to wait for all 4 runners to finish, because I think we now know that Caleb will not be finishing tonight, and that's okay. We respect it all the same. We respect his decision.
Yeah, so looks like Davis kills Carrie and is... Oh, he's getting himself set up for a grind. Okay, I was like, what is he doing? This is a big brain play here. So Davis, as you can see, walking on these lava tiles, trying to kill off the rest of his characters so he can do a solo grind on that thief. Because he's only level 19 right now and knows he needs some levels before he can pretty much do anything else. So killed Carrie, gonna do this, get everybody down, and then warp out of here, and then probably kill off the other characters somehow, some way. Deadpulse again got the orb advantage. Still needs to kill Warmac and Tiamat, but is going to go on ahead and pick up that power bonk and white shirt, so that he has a little bit more of that oomph that he needs to get through the rest of the game. Power bonk giving you that extra bit of damage, and then the white shirt, of course, casting the invis too.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. That was a big brain play by Davis. I'm really impressed by that play. I think it's very easy to forget that you need to get someone down before you start grinding. So you're just thinking like, okay, I just have to get through the fiend. And so to do that loop around the lava, take that 1 HP per tile.
Luffy gets the ox shell, and he's just looking like, come on, can this ever end?
We've all been there.
Yeah, so we know that the floater's literally going to be the first thing he checks when he goes into Sea Shrine. What he doesn't know is that that's going to be the case. So he's thinking to himself, crap, I gotta dive mermaids, I gotta deal with Kraken, blah, blah, blah. And finally, Caleb just giving up on the Warmech, and he's going to go on ahead and finally turn in his ruby. And I'm so proud of him too. I want to be in his room when he talks to Sarda and Sarda hands him the Oxyale. I just want to be right there next to Caleb.
We were just saying, like, every runner has been there where you get an item and then you just kind of like put your controller down for a second so you don't break it, and then like you wait for a couple seconds and you pick it back up and go.
But after all that Caleb's been through, he thinks this is going to lead to the floater, and when it leads to the Oxyale, he's not going to be happy.
Yeah,
be happy camper.
It's not good.
I mean, we can see into the future, and he has not forfeited yet, so...
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Well, so I think we've got a minute where we're not going to see anything new for at least a few minutes. Miss Harvey, I don't know if you're here.
I'm here!
Yeah, please.
Yeah, we have 2 more donations. It's people from your community. You guys are awesome. Lord Fizzlebeef, $20, donating for a good cause. Good marathon. Cheers for Gregory, and Groggly comes in. Remember, always speed and power.
Yeah.
And we have another donation. Decapon says he donated a 9.22. He wanted to run up that counter, but it didn't work because I don't know why. It's not running up. So I think someone else needs to run it up, guys, because we're stuck at 11,452.22. So it's not rounded up at all, guys. We gotta make that number even.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you all so much for donating. It's, again, very honored to be here for a great cause. So thank you all for pitching in.
Yeah,
really he rounded up at 22. Is that a thing? Oh, that's a thing at NoReset, apparently. 222.
Uh-huh.
Oh, well, we just learned, guys. That's why people are dropping the 222s in chat. Okay.
Very good.
Okay.
Very good.
Very good indeed.
I'm just happy that you guys had us here to hang out and show you guys Final Fantasy Randomizer. I mean, this is great times here as Luffy. Oh my gosh, he checked the right chest and he's going to go mermaid side. He's just going to completely miss the floater that's right there. So it's going to take him a little bit, but he'll eventually get in the air as he goes mermaid side first. Oof.
Why you going mermaid side, bud?
Why you going mermaid side?
Why you going mermaid side?
It's not even that way.
Nothing's here. You found what you need, bud?
Yeah.
Also, hello. Thank you for the raid, Lagramama Gamer. I put a little stink on that. I didn't mean to.
Gonna go on ahead and check this chest
Is
up
that
here.
French? I don't know.
Gonna get a wooden stick for a shovel, and it rolled -5, so
Even
you may
better.
as well just start a fire with that thing. Oh, we're gonna get a TFC check!
Silver minus
shield.
3.
Yeah, it's French. It means the grandmother gamer.
All right. Yeah,
Just like the modern day.
grandmother. Yeah, thanks for the raid, Grandma.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, I'm. So the reason that we're confused, for those of you who are not familiar with the randomizer, so the sea shrine is split up into 2 sides. So on the first floor, if you go up to the right, you head to the mermaids. Mermaids are some lovely folks. We're here on this floor now with Luffy. There are no encounters for this floor. It is a happy space. It is a peaceful space. It is a quiet space. A lot of good treasure chests. It's where you often get an incentive item as you go over here to the left, where Luffy's going right now. The problem is, have already found the incentive item in Sea Shrine. We know for a fact there's nothing here. This is unnecessary. If you go to the left on the first floor of the Sea Shrine, it takes you to Kraken. It takes you to the elemental fiend that you have to kill. That's the way that Luffy wants to go. Not 100% sure why he's going this way now. It might just be he really wants to kit out every single one of his warriors, but not 100% sure. Deadpulse taking on Warmack with an intentional 2-man party here.
Yeah, I was gonna say you like beautiful discussion about mermaid side, and you would think I was gonna say you would think that Warmack was a big old pansy, just walking around like a chicken that's just easily dismantled, because he just got beat up by Deadpulse, and he made short work of that.
Yeah, that was quick. Caleb gonna find the floater as well, and he's gonna leave right away. He still hasn't killed a single fiend, unfortunately, but I think he's gonna do the floater now and just kind of.
And there goes Luffy getting his floater after hanging out with the mermaids.
Okay, so that's good. So everybody's got a floater at least. I think that's 4 orbs for Deadpulse, and Davis is not far behind. Which means we are within probably. I mean, this is a huge fingers crossed and a knock on wood. We should be 10 to 15 minutes away from someone finishing here. And yeah, sure enough, so this is Temple Fiends. You may recognize this if you were paying attention. This is where we went at the very beginning of the game to kill Garland and rescue Princess Sarah. Well, we're back. We're going 2,000 years in the past, and we are ready to fight all 4 of those elemental fiends all over again. But we have some walking to do first. And unfortunately, all of the enemies here in Temple Fiends are very strong. It's good because it gives you a lot of experience, but unfortunately, depending on how nasty they are, they can also very much drain your resources. So if you're looking to see who's going to win, right now we have one person in the lead, and that is Deadpulse in the bottom right. Deadpulse is going to be the first person in the Temple of Fiends, revisited about the hour, 10-minute mark. Not bad at all for this kind of seed, especially when you got floater so late.
Yeah, this is great, and I want to say that Deadpulse, really big, huge play, running the 2-man there at the end. Running the white mage, getting all those levels onto them, getting their HP up so that they can deal with the dangers that could potentially be here. This is going to be big. I'm interested to see what's going to happen as far as these fiend refights are concerned. But Deadpulse is in a good spot right now with 31 on Greg and Puff, with the Masa -1 and the Katana +5. This is going to be a good Topher play. Big plays out of Deadpulse. And Deadpulse, again, we were talking about the Duckling program earlier, which is kind of how we help newer players learn Final Fantasy Randomizer, because Final Fantasy Randomizer is a lot. Okay, it's a lot going on. So we have a new player program called the Duckling program that helps out. Deadpulse, our newest player in the game on screen right now, is our Duckling Supreme. So he just won the Duckling Derby not too long ago. Only been in the community, about 4 or 5 months, and he's in the lead right now with these relatively veteran players in Davis and Caleb. I mean, Caleb's been around 2 years. So, I mean, Deadpulse is just showing us just how good that Duckling program's really helped him out here. Kraken happening here on Luffy's side on the bottom left here.
Yeah, worth noting as well, Davis did wipe out on Warmack, it looked like, which means David has now, or Deadpulse has now extended his lead quite a bit.
Yeah, so we got a speed bump part 2 here as more cake coming out and falling into cracks. Man, this Earth Elemental just can't handle when holes open up in front of him.
How many like death spells have we had go out on fiends now? We've had Tiamat go down. We've had 2 liches go down. It's good stuff.
Yeah, God, it's crazy. The cake. I know it doesn't make any sense. Marth SR wondering why Cake is working on Lich. No one knows. As we still got a Kraken battle happening here on Luffy's side. Luffy 3 hits, 45. Nuke coming out. 246.
There it is.
It's going to take down Kraken. Light up his, what, 3rd orb? 2nd orb?
Those 3.
Gonna have to get through this one battle first. You got a carry 2 happening. It's just smacking in the face with that Katana and Nuke, and that is it. We are 2 fiends down, 2 fiends to go, and a chaos on Deadpulse's side as he is on the C4. This is where things get kind of scary.
Mercifully encounter free sea. Holy cow! He's just gonna walk straight. Oh man!
I know. Not even gonna see any seafood party platters. No water. No none of that stuff. Oh, and he is switching to some white samurai straps here as he moves. Oh, he moves his power block and defense sword down. So he is setting up to have his white mage carry this battle. He is setting up for it.
I'm not astounded by this. This is an amazing play. So the Kraken 2 battle is always and out goes Nuke. Gonna lose 1 black mage. The second one miraculously stays up. That white mage is on death's door. He's gonna get a cure 4 out, hopefully before Kraken takes his next turn. No, says Kraken. Tornado first. That is some
and that is a wipe right there.
Luck.
Yeah, so that's a first skill tornado and a first spell nuke. That is scary opening Kraken, and if Kraken decides to attack on top of that, this could get kind of ugly here with that Kraken too. So we've seen our first Gatekeeper, and I was just talking about how level 31, I was feeling pretty good about it, and that goes to show right there that these fiends, they can roll pretty nasty.
Yeah.
So Deadpulse going for a second Topher dive here, just over the hour, or just under the hour 15-minute mark, I'm sorry, as gives Davis a little bit of time to catch up. He made his way through warm-up,
I mean, now having said that, Davis, pretty similar on equipment, perhaps a little bit behind, I can't remember exactly. Also, pretty much same HP level as Deadpulse, though, so, probably going to run into the same issue at least once. Or might, we never know. Rando gonna Rando, but it's a scary position to be in when you don't have a black belt or a fighter that just has all of that health that you can kind of just tank through stuff like that. And Brak goes out and knocks out Tiamat 1. That's the 4th death spell fiend kill that we're going to get. Outstanding from our runners. Making use of the game knowledge to get those sort of low percentile kills from the death spells. Good job.
Yeah.
Miss Harvey, any donations we good?
Yeah, we got 2 just now.
Awesome.
Once is Jow Bagel, $10. Good luck on that FF Rando, everyone. I have no idea what's going on, but I love watching it.
Neither do we.
They really want to wake up to 12.5k because that means we're gonna have the no add-on Zora 2% speedrun. Keep it up, chat. So let's aim for that. And also Danny 3883 donated $20.05. Happy to support a great cause and spread the FFR love.
That's great. Danny, one of the most prolific members of our community in terms of just like volunteer work and behind the scenes work. So Danny, that is extremely kind of you. Donating to a good cause while putting in work yourself. She's currently tracking behind the scenes. So we've got both of our trackers donating. That's extremely kind, y'all.
Looks like Davis going to validate a run here as we're going to see what these 2 chests are. 72 gold, and I didn't catch what was in that other one, but it was totally worth it, I'm sure.
Yeah, absolutely worth it.
As he uses the base, and everyone's talking about Davey 504 in chat, so I'm kind of marking out a little bit over the YouTube bassist extraordinaire being spoken of. See, I always think Ged from old Rush when I think of bass, but no, this is fine. Davey 504, he's well known.
Now, I'm kind of curious, Miss Harvey, if you're still listening, as we kind of get towards the fingers crossed, huge fingers crossed here, should be the end of the run. Do you have any questions Like, what are your thoughts on all this? You are sort of an outsider to the randomizer community. What are your thoughts on this whole experience?
I have so many questions. First of all, why does sometimes our characters go backward? How come Caleb doesn't have any orbs lighting up when everyone has orbs?
Well, the answer to those two are because Caleb himself is crazy. So you can alter. there are ways to manually alter your sprites. So like the sprite set that I use, all of my warriors are Moogles, and they all I designed Moogle sprite sets. So he just made his so that they walk backwards. So that's that. Caleb about to light his first orb, mercifully about to get there. So there's the answer to your questions for those two.
Oh, so he's just a little behind?
Oh yeah, it's just a little. He had some bad luck.
So one more thing, the randomizer part. What is randomized? Is it
So
just
much.
the enemies or?
So when you start out base, you're gonna get shop items, weapons, armor, spells. You're gonna get enemy stats, not necessarily enemy location. We've turned on the spike tiles, so again, like the static tiles where you step on it and it's for sure an encounter. Those are changed. Where specific key items that you need to beat the game are, those are shuffled as well. Trying to think if I've missed any big categories. That's basically you have a lot of, oh god, as DeadPulse goes down again, this Kraken 2 is going to be an absolute nightmare. You have a lot of freedom in terms of what you want to choose. There's a website where you can go and you could shuffle it so that all the towns are different. So if you go to Provoca, you might get Elfland, or vice versa. You can make it so that every single entrance in the game is shuffled, and the floors within dungeons are shuffled, so that there are other floors from other dungeons. There's a huge amount of customization.
And is this based on the first Final Fantasy, or is it made
Yes.
to be randomized? Okay.
No, yeah, so this is based on the NES version of the original Final Fantasy. Now, our amazing devs have gone through and done a lot of bug fixes in addition to making the game faster. So we're basically at 8 times speed right now. I think that's one of those things that people who are brand new to the randomizer take some time to get over, is just how fast the text moves. It's like the Matrix, where Neo's oh, I see a blonde, a brunette, whatever. I think Mouse says that, whatever. You kind of pick it up eventually where you just see the numbers fly by and you know what's important. But there are a lot of small fixes to the game, just base, and then we randomize on top of that.
All right. So
That's
looks like
really
it's
awesome.
Davis. Oh, sorry. Did not
No,
mean
that's
to
it.
put there.
That's
Davis
it.
is going to get his first turn at Kraken 2. See if he gets a little bit luckier than. Nope, he's going to get a nuke. Just going to nuke him right in the face.
Oh, this is awful. He doesn't know the tornado's coming out yet.
No, he really doesn't.
Oh, Cure 4 goes out. Cure 4 goes out. He's gonna. Oh, okay.
Oh, no,
so-
sleep
oh,
touch.
no. Yeah.
Sleep touch. There we go. That's not
Kraken decided to mix up the tornado skill by just punching him down. And
Oh,
saying, yeah, this is good.
Slow 2?
This is good.
Slow 2 lands. I can't even handle it anymore. This is...
I mean, depending on how low, because we haven't seen how much HP Kraken has, it is not out of the question that Davis will sneak past this. I think it is unlikely, but it's not out of the question.
All right,
Well, we got more donation. Am I
Yes,
cutting this at a bad time?
No,
let's-
it's okay.
I kind of want to see if this fade will do it.
All right, let's go.
Sure.
I'm sorry. This
This is very dramatic.
It's very dramatic.
He's
He
popping
is-
out a
he
lot
is-
of Cure 4s. He's getting those fades out. He's going to be running out of fades very soon. There it is. Kraken 2 down. Okay. Yeah.
All right.
Donations quick. Let's hear them.
Quick. Okay. $150 from DDG. I wanted to keep my money to unlock the Mega Man Racer tomorrow, so might as well do it during a game that made me fall in love with RPG. Thanks for cooking. Did you see that?
Oh, no.
He had to reset out. Flare came out and flared through the ribbon.
Oh,
I don't know
no.
if he has a ribbon. Does he have a ribbon?
I don't know.
Oh,
Oh,
after
no.
all
Okay,
that,
sorry.
go on ahead.
Keep the donation. Sorry, go ahead.
Okay, there's one more. Gregory Puff 731. Gruggling the Puff comes. Let the bass live through you. What can I say?
Greg, you're interrupting yourself. You were like, no, wait, you can't read this donation yet to this nice woman who is helping us out, and it was you?
It was me the whole time.
Oh my
You thought I was
goodness.
Craig, but it was me, Dio.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there you go. There you go.
Oh my
Oh
gosh.
my
Okay,
God.
so Deadpulse going for third try
Yeah.
against the Kraken. This is an issue here because I guess Davis never went to that armory, so he doesn't have any of those ribbons. So he got glared out of existence after that long, hard Kraken battle. Yeah.
Oh,
and
whoa. Now, Deadpool's getting a ton of damage out. He got a 366 hit. There it is. Without losing anybody. Holy
without
cow,
losing
Deadpool's
anybody. Yeah,
annihilated Kraken too. What? Did he just get lucky on turn order? That was...
yes, he got lucky on turn order. He just
Holy
instead
cow.
of setting up anything, he just went
He
on
just-
full on
yeah.
attack
Speed
and was
and
able
power.
to. Yes.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Sometimes that's just how you have to handle Kraken. Is you can't build it up. You just have to power through it. It's such a scary thing to do because one bad turn order and you're done. But yeah, speed and power. I tell you what, Bobby.
I tell you what. All right, so let's see here. We've got our first look at Tiamat 2, and let's be honest, we've seen a lot come out of that Kraken. I saw Slow 2, there was a nuke, there was Inferno, a couple other things. We know one of the nukes was on Warmex, so at this point, we might be okay as Tiamat tries to take out that white mage back row, but 4 hits, 85 is not what you want to see out of that katana.
Can I segue to a quick question from a total noob regarding the FFR
Yeah, do it.
gameplay? So I noticed that we have 2 players on the, I'd like to call the classic UI, and we have 2 of them with a UI that's more in line with the later titles in the franchise. So
it's just an option on the website.
And I just want to say that's amazing, because it's always irked me a little bit, the original interface, but this looks really good.
Yeah, listen, again, all props to developers as Deadpulse kills Tiamat 2 there. Yeah, props to developers. There are a ton of really, just like, we call them fun percent flags. Just like things that are cosmetic or inconsequential, whatever. Yeah, so yeah, I agree. It's a great look. It's very cool. And we are going to get bottom right, Deadpulse going into the final room and gonna pull Chaos. It is time to stop the time loop. Now, if you haven't seen this before, what he's going to do real quick is he's going to heal up, make sure everything is on the right items, or all the right items are on the right things. He's going to talk to Garland once, twice, and then Garland is going to say, "I'm actually Chaos," and now we're going to fight. So you'll see he's sort of made it so that he's got one person up front to be sacrificed just in case Chaos hits really hard. He's going to get some things like defense out again to make sure that it is harder for Chaos to hit him. He's going to get some blocks out, which make Chaos harder to hit. Now his ninja is already coming up 6 hits, 211 damage. That is great. And sure enough, down I go. Poor me. 1 hit from Chaos is going to be enough to take me down. 93 damage on 6 hits. Not what you're looking for in terms of damage though. Base Chaos has what, 2,000 HP, and he could have as much as 4,000 in this flag set.
Swirl, elemental, non-elemental, well technically air, but it's not elemental in this game, doing lots of damage there. Gonna stick with that white samurai strats to try to get through this chaos battle.
Oh,
Davis,
that bounces off everything.
Yeah, thanks to that ribbon. Those ribbon pickups were huge there as he's going to continue to figure out what he needs to do to get through this battle. We've got Warmech happening on Caleb's screen. We got Kraken.
Yeah, we got a lot.
We've got a lot going on here.
Oh, Kraken taking DVS down to low health. That tornado's coming out next, and he knows it. 1 hit down to the white mage. Oh, this is so brutal. We're going to get 6 hits, 319. That's the kind of damage that you want to see. You've got a long fight ahead of you if all you're doing is chip damage for 40 or so. Caleb takes down Warmech, finally exacts revenge again. Going to head on to Tiamat, hopefully get his first Tiamat kill. LuffyDV on the lower left, grinding Agama. We're still seeing Deadpulse in the lower right, taking on Chaos. Going to get those powers. Bonks out. Going to keep attacking, 143. Another power bonk out. 6 hits, 86 damage. Again, you want more damage. Fire 3 comes out. Ninja's a little bit low. That white mage has that mass immune and is going to be buffing up those attacks. Going to hit as soon as he decides to hit. Oh, it's a crit. 6 hits for 295. That's great. The ninja almost dead. The black mage goes down. It's 3 hits, 2 of 3. Terminated. That is it. Time 1 hour, 26 minutes, 15 seconds. Our winner, Deadpulse. Congratulations. Get those GGs in chat. Well done, Deadpulse. An extremely difficult Topher. An extremely good run. A lot of luck there on that turn order. As we see Davis again struggling with that Tiamat, not as bad as Kraken, but still plenty bad in his own right. GG's to Deadpulse with that 1 hour, 26 minute finish. Extremely well done. We'll see. I know he's technically in this room with us. He is muted and has deafened us so he can't hear us talking during the race. Let's see if we can get him in here to talk about the race.
Yeah, and Davis going to go on ahead and throw in the towel after he
Yeah.
takes out a wipe there on that Kia 2. Looks like
I mean, honestly,
No.
do
No.
you blame me?
Nope,
That was miserable.
that was one
Yeah.
of the worst pod seeds I've seen in a while.
Yeah, it was brutal. Hey, can we get GG's in chat for Davis as well, who decided to take the forfeit again, very understandably, in that brutal Topher.
Yeah, I mean, I'd have to take, like, it's just pure RNG with that back row with that white mage, and then, like, I could dive again, but it's just going to take another 15 minutes
Well,
or
while
so.
we wait for these guys to finish this up, how did you feel about that item
Why not?
placement, huh? You know? Just...
Oh, gosh. Yeah,
Oh,
thanks for that. Greg.
man, I
Way to
rolled
roll a
all
good
the
seed,
seeds.
man.
What do you want from me?
Man, you see, I did all of those, like, long distance saves, just so, like, hey, if there's something good, then I can keep it. If it's bad, I can just, reset back. Turns out to be another fetch quest that leads into another fetch quest that leads into another fetch quest.
Deadpulse, unfortunately, is not going to be joining us here in chat. Wants to go on ahead and let everyone know thank you for the GGs and to go on ahead and donate to the thing. Donate to the thing. We're hanging out here. Yeah, and you may as well, if you got any more donations to go over, we got a couple of people in Tofu. You can go on ahead and go over them if you need to.
Yeah, there's one donation, big numbers, the Mega Marino. $333. This donation is on behalf of Mega Marino and the Mega Man Maker community. We're excited to have the opportunity to showcase Mega Man Maker in the marathon. Get your donations in to support a good cause. Special shout outs to Gigi and Shu. For them to be doing their bonus game run, we need to reach a $15,000. We're currently at 11,972. So still a couple thousands away, but it's possible. It's possible.
Yep. Oh, and Caleb getting that better RNG than he did against T-Mat as he lands the first turn bracket, takes down Kraken. I think he is it for orbs, so he should be in Topher in just a little bit as Luffy is on the first Fiend refight in Lich 2. Nuke coming out. An attack. Lich opens up fast. Isn't that scary? Yeah. Not too terribly scary. Cake comes out. Is he going to eat his cake? He does not. But he does take a katana to the face for a lot of damage.
Ooh. Okay.
Plus
How did the
5.
katana roll?
It was in Sky.
Oh,
Sky 3.
Ah.
Oh, you know what you missed in Armory, though? 3 ribbons. 3 of them.
Ribbon?
All 3 of them were in Armory.
All 3 were...
Yeah.
Yeah, Luffy found them like right away.
Yep.
Oh, we're getting slow poked.
Did he? That's all right. He has what, 3 nuke casters and a fade caster? So he'll be okay.
So Caleb going through Earth Cave, gonna try to light up his last door before he can get into Topher as Luffy continues to go through this fire floor here. Gonna take on Carry 2 here in just a second. And yeah. So yeah, that seed was it was definitely a seed, huh? I mean,
yeah, that's one way to say it. I mean, like overall, it wasn't the worst. Like the item placement was just kind of a pain, and then Topher.
Yeah, Topher would have been fine if you had gotten like Temper or Fast a little bit lower. I think Temper, based on the tracking notes, was level 8, and I don't remember where Fast was.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Yeah, I don't remember finding Fast, and I checked everything. So I think Fast and Temper both landed level 8. I mean, it was nice to have the level 4 wall, but it just with Kraken having nuke and nuclear, it just wasn't much to fight back on. And I had those rough war mech fights with the Inferno coming out. But I mean, it's always funny when you wipe like 3 or 4 times on a required war mech, and then the time that you beat war mech, it throws like 3 inks and a stun.
Yeah, that was kind of the thing. It was like either he opened with an attack. Oh, and Lich eats his cake, and Caleb gonna light up his 4th orb here in just a sec.
As seven kills by stuff like that between Bane, Brack, and I mean, just left and right.
Okay, we're gonna hope for the best here, as we're gonna Luffy's gonna finally take on this Kraken 2 and see how this goes for him. Not looking as good as Deadpulse as far as levels are concerned for the mage. Interested to see if he's just gonna go full on nuke strats. Ooh, he's got fast though.
It does. So that's... yeah, we'll see. And this is sort of us going to be wrapping up. We're gonna let both of our runners get their one stab at Temple of Fiends as New comes out from Kraken 2. Thank you to Danny for getting the link to the Discord in the chat. So yeah, this is. It's just like it hurts to watch this Kraken so much.
Especially when we know the Inferno's coming out. 6 hits though. This might do it. What's this nuke gonna do? It high rolls 390, takes down Kraken 2. That's got to feel pretty good.
Well done. Well done. All right, and we're gonna get Caleb 2 floors away from Lich right now. We're gonna see if Luffy can make it on the way to Tiamat and then on the way to Chaos. We'll see. Tiamat obviously way less finished than Kraken, but still pretty tough in its own right.
Yeah, so he's gonna go.
Hopefully he doesn't get an encounter with lobsters.
Yeah, we saw that. That was heartbreaking.
That's your punishment for not checking armory, I guess.
Yeah.
The one time you don't ever.
Alright, so it looks like he's going with the same kind of strats here as nukes keep coming out here. 2 nukes back to back, doing kind of that minimum damage, but a big old hit out of that katana takes down 2. And he's got everybody alive, and we're going to have a chaos battle here in just a sec. Is Caleb going to feed Lich 2 his cake? We're about to find out here in about 10 seconds.
Shouts to everybody watching, especially folks in the Final Fantasy Randomizer community who've come out. It looks like we just crossed over 12,000. I don't want to steal the thunder from the folks who are actually working the tournament, but that's so awesome.
Yes, 12,000 for the last 2 donations. We got 2 donations of $20. One was from Groggy Dog, FFRI. Take Groggy Dog. Is that how you pronounce it?
That's right. No, yeah, you're right.
Wait, what? What is it supposed to be?
Oh no, it's Groggy Dog. No, I'm just making fun of myself. You were totally fine.
Okay. Thank you so much for hosting us. Well, thank you so much for commentating. You're amazing. I was really impressed. Your voices really complement each other too. We also got a $20 donation from Sassy Muffin. So that last $20 from Sassy Muffin really brought us over the 12K. We're at 12K in $12.58.
Fantastic. Awesome work, everyone.
Yeah, that's really awesome. Thanks so much for all the donations to NoReset. Great cause that you're donating to.
Hey, Greg, you want to give a shot at pronouncing the name of the charity? I did it earlier.
I know you did. I'm so bad. Luffy won. He won. He killed Chaos.
GG Luffy. GG's in chat for Luffy when we get Greg to pronounce the Puwa.
Yeah, that's right. Le Petit Pois. And 1 hour. Yeah, 1 hour 35:50 for GG's Luffy. Slow and steady winning the race, coming in second there. We're going to see if we can unmute him as Caleb tries to get his way through Topher, and we'll see how that goes for him.
Yeah, this is sort of the big question moment. Well, unless this party platter gets to him first. No, all those glares bouncing off. He's got the ribbons. He's good. So now it's just a matter of I'm so worried. I don't know what Caleb's gonna do if this happens. All right, let's see it. So he's gonna pull out a nuke. He's gonna fight nuke, fade nuke. Yeah, I mean he's taking the right approach. I don't know if he was listening. He might have been. 4 hits, 357. He might do this. Yeah, I think he's good. Unless something really bad happens this turn, he's got the firepower to do this. He got so much damage, and he's probably one or two.
Groggy, you can't say stuff like that.
Commentator curse. Oh, Kraken.
He's
Hey,
fine.
is that Luffy? Is Luffy here?
Hey guys,
Hey, what's going on,
GG.
Luffy?
GG's.
Oh,
We have questions for you, Luffy.
Oh, do you?
Well, I think the one that I want to bring up first while we watch Caleb pull Kraken was you at Mermaid side. Did you? No, you pulled the floater after you went to Mermaid side. That's right.
Yeah. He did.
Yeah,
He
okay.
wanted to hang out with the
Yeah. The pretty
bubble.
mermaids. Yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
Get it.
Yeah.
Now you handled Kraken 2 right. What you missed was Davis and Deadpulse wiping like 3 times each to Kraken 2, which for them opened with Swirl and then opened with Nuke and then went into Tornado.
Nice.
It was brutal, and you just like by virtue of speed and power went through and one-cycled Kraken. So that was you missed the really bad stuff. As Caleb knocks out Tiamat too.
Hey, it's a rock
pulls an,
golem!
Iron Gall.
Oh my gosh, an Iron Gull. Who's ever seen one of these things? Sorry, I'm too excited. I can't even handle this anymore. As Caleb's going to go on ahead and pull up Chaos here in just a second.
Le Petit Wa.
Yes.
And a victory lap.
Yeah, I guess the victory lap around Topher. There we go. Just taking a couple. All right, Caleb.
All right, that's enough.
There
By
you
the way, when he's done, don't forget to stick around for all your donations. What, Super Mario RPG's next, right? Isn't that the next thing that's happening after we get out of here?
Yeah, it is actually.
Excellent.
It is.
Yeah, La Petite Roi.
Le Petit Roi. Thank you so much for
I can't do the is the very cool noise that I can't make.
Croix.
That one.
You guys can do it when you say croissant. It's the same R.
La croissant.
La croissant, c'est le petit roi.
We got so many people interested in our community, and we're gonna scare them all away right now. How cool is that?
But yes, please, FinalFantasyRandomizer.com. Click on the link to the Discord. Join us. Talk to us. We're kind of nice, and learn how to play the game if you enjoy what you were seeing here. All that jazz.
Can someone drop the Discord link in the chat once again? As I say, my last donation of the speed run, which was from Anonymous Downer, $37.42, bringing the total of $12K and $50. Woo. Round it up. Thank you, Danny, for the link in the chat of the Discord of FFR community.
Awesome. Yeah, it's been a real pleasure for myself, and I know for Greg as well, to do this. So as we watch Caleb get those final nukes out, hopefully the ninja doing some damage here on Chaos. Again, please come say hi. We got our spring tournament coming up in less than 2 weeks. So we are for like 2 months going to be having a really high stakes, intense Final Fantasy randomizer competition. And we'd love for you all to join us. But thank you all again. This was blast. Hopefully gonna get the GGs out for Caleb here very soon. Doing some good damage there. 6 hits, 235 damage on Chaos. 12 hits, 235. Lit 2 comes out, pittance damage. Also going for the time kill on Chaos. 6 hits, 45, not gonna do it. He's gonna just troll with his zap. He doesn't have anything better to do with that black mage. 29 damage.
5 hits, 29
yeah, sure,
damage.
why not? Get those GGs out. That is a finale. That is a final kill for Caleb. Yeah. That's gonna wrap it up.
I just want to mention how right before Chaos died, we got the item acquisition fanfare from Super Metroid.
Yeah, that was good.
I was going to talk to Davis about that.
Good timing, Davis.
That's my text alert on my phone.
Hey, that was
I see. I figured you just got bored of this and went and started to play like a Metroid randomizer.
I see you're a man of culture as well.
Yeah, I mean, very much so.
All right, we're gonna try to pull Caleb in
Hello.
here. I know we're kind of 10 minutes over our time. So
hey, how's your mental state, Caleb?
I'm good. I thought I thought my thief was gonna be a hero in Sky, and
so
it wasn't the case. Yeah, it would have been awesome, but the ribbons, like I almost died in Volcano when I found all 3 like all next to each other.
Yeah.
That would have been lovely 10 minutes in.
Yeah. Luffy, the only person to make that big brain play at the early onset and actually get those ribbons like literally 10 minutes into the game.
That's wild. I would have killed for those. This was a lot of fun, though. This was a lot of fun.
It was good.
Yeah. All right, so I
Okay.
think we are overestimating. We got those slowpoke emotes a long time ago. So I think final
whatever.
words from our runners. Final words from our runners. Caleb, what are your final words besides whatever?
Sign up for spring tournament. If you're out there watching and you've never played Final Fantasy Randomizer, you got plenty of time to learn the game. FinalFantasyRandomizer.com. Hit that, join that Discord. Sign up for
Good.
spring tournament. It's a good time.
Good.
Yeah.
Luffy, final words.
And
Thank you for the invite. That was a lot of fun. Thank you, Groggy and Greg. Thank you, NoReset, for the invite. It was a lot of fun. Thanks, guys. GG DeadPulse.
Yeah. G Deadpulse. Wish you could have hung out here. Big first place finisher, first to leave and not even talk to us. First to forfeit, Davis. How you feeling?
hey, I'm going to be taking Caleb's internship in the Center for Competitive Forfeiting sometime in the near future. It's been on my calendar. Big shout out to Czar, who one of our admins in the FFR Discord, who set us up with NoReset, Danny3883 for helping with a lot of the background, Dark Moon for helping out with a lot of the graphic design. Anything that you see, it's usually come from him. And if you've never played Final Fantasy,
Hurry up!
What? What?
Slow King over here.
I have a lot. I have a list.
Consider the music playing.
And last but not least, sorry.
Love you, buddy.
I'm sorry. Last but not least, if you've never played the game before, we have tons and tons of resources for new players, playlists and everything, and how to beat us in this game. So do that. So, yeah.
Groggy.
It was a real honor. I had a blast. Thank you all so much.
Yeah. Gregory Puff here. Groggy Dog was hanging out with me. I want to thank the runners again, doing their thing. Make sure you stick around. Make sure you donate. Super Mario RPG is coming up next, and I guess I'm going to go on ahead and send it over to Miss Harvey and DG so they can tell you what's happening next.
All right. Well, I've been uncharacteristic, whatever words. I've been very quiet this run compared to usual because you guys have killed it on commentary. Honestly, props, major kudos to all of you. It has been a blast. And thank you to everyone who donated. I just want to thank everyone involved with this race. Both in front of and behind the scenes. It's been an absolute pleasure working with you guys. And honestly, it's been a blast. It was great all around. And hopefully we'll see you again at a future event. So with that,
They
being
were
said,
awesome. I'm so jealous of their chemistry. It's really great work.
Thank you.
well, we're gonna go to a quick transition just to get ourselves set up for the Mario RPG run with Ryan Ford 522. Any percent on the SNES. If you've been around, sticking around NoReset for long enough, you know that it's one of my very personal favorites. I absolutely love this game, and it's going to be a blast. It's always such a good run to watch and an absolute crowd pleaser. So we're going to be right back. Stay tuned.